everybody, welcome to another Bandai Hangout. This is actually take 2. We actually went live for about 5 minutes before, and then we noticed that it didn't say live. It said scheduled still, so StreamYard's keeping us on our toes. We take a week off StreamYard,
that duck.
and look what happened. So
Mass hysteria.
Yeah. Last week we came to you from New Jersey, from the American Dream opening. It was an amazing success. We had a great time meeting everybody. Met a lot of cool Tamagotchi people. Those are always fun and interesting to chat with. But Justin, how the heck are you doing today?
I'm fabulous, Dave. No complaints.
Yeah, and we got you in the corner, so you can't see the TV today. You're locked in on the conversation and the video itself. You can't see the comments that I can see.
I think if I was looking at the screen, though, I probably would have saw that we weren't live. So it's funny how that works.
We were in a different part of StreamYard, so I didn't see
maybe
it,
I wouldn't have then.
You might have, but you comfortable over there?
I am. I'm comfortable. I'm fabulous. I'm all settled in. I'm nesting. I have drinks and snacks off camera over here. I'm ready to rock and roll. And yes, American Dream was a fabulous turnout. Very excited with that. Got to see so many friends. The line was awesome. The people were awesome. Got some donuts in there, and I can't resist a good donut, Dave.
No, donuts are a lot of people's kryptonite. Like, even people who don't like sweets like donuts.
You know, when you see like that pink box, and you're like, oh, someone brought donuts.
Every time I think of donuts, there was a movie called Other People's Money, and it was starring Danny DeVito. And he was always in a limo. He always had a box of Dunkin' Donuts, and he always offered people, hey, you want a donut? Be like, no, I'm not hungry. What, do you got to be hungry to have a donut? And that was always his response. You don't have to be hungry.
And these were Dunkin' Donuts.
They were.
Dunkin' D, as we call them. Right?
Yeah. they do a double chocolate. They do a chocolate glazed donut, and so it's like a chocolate cake donut, and then they dip it in glaze, and it is amazing.
My goodness.
Speaking of amazing, Richie is in the chat, and he wasn't at American Dream because he was busy moving.
He was, but his buddies showed up. And that was awesome.
They represented for you guys' group. So, hey, Richie, hope we see you when we come back to New York later on this year.
AJ, how are you doing?
Take 2 is a lot different.
It was.
Well, we didn't want to give TikTok the same.
Deep dive into donuts.
Now there's lore for TikTok people, and I really love it.
It's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, TikTok got it twice, so we had to make it a little bit different, so it wasn't super monotonous for the TikTok folk who are showing up as usual, asking for a lot of different SHFs, which is great. We got OXT Bliss. I don't know if that's Oxt Bliss or just OXT Bliss.
Is that what they're asking?
That's the name. Reissue SHF Yuta, and he said it like 3 or 4 times, so he must really want Yuta to come back.
Sure. In school, you learn that the teacher's going to ask the question 3 times before anyone answers. So.
Well, he asked exactly 3 times, so he must have had the same teacher.
And look at you. You even responded, so it just takes 3.
Well, I don't want to interrupt you and AJ's introductions with
Mustafa and Austin Bowers. You got to ask the same question 3 times.
Almost like Beetlejuice also.
So Yannick Shana says, thank you guys. They had a great time in meeting you guys. We will see you at Anime NYC.
Can't wait.
He says that now, but then his cousin's going to move, and we're going to be like, hey, where's Richie? Like, oh, he couldn't make it.
I think Anime NYC is the one show that Richie will always make.
That's true. That's where we first met him.
Yes.
It's like a guaranteed, like 100%. Wow.
It is no Anime NYC without the Richie.
Yeah, without Yannick's shadow. Those close it. If he says, hey, guys, I can't make it today, they'll say, like, how's next week for you? And they'll just move the whole
thing.
Yeah. Something I also didn't, I know that whenever we start this, for the last couple weeks, I just want to check, how's our audio?
This is the 3rd step of
we're not going to worry about that now.
Well, the beauty is, if it was bad, they would have already told us.
Yes.
So
that's true.
So we are on week 3 of our 3-week experiment on audio. So hopefully it all goes well.
Yeah. All it took was a Jersey trip.
Justin's wearing his jersey.
Yeah, wearing a jersey.
Seattle.
Yeah.
The Mariners there. Hey, the Strangler says, sounds good. Ha ha ha. Strangler? Yeah, you can always trust someone called the Strangler.
And it just says, ha 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 ha. Did they just finish strangling somebody?
Yeah, hello. I mean, we're the favorite audio mix to his strangulations.
My goodness.
Cool name.
We're going to have to go to the court of law.
It's just picking this.
Well, I stared at it like 4 times, making sure I was reading it right. I'm like, I don't want to call him the Strangler if he's like the Stranger or something like that. I'm like, no, there's definitely an L there.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Good on you with your eyesight. I'm wearing glasses.
Draco and Bonnie says, please do future Gohan. People want the future Gohan.
Like
from like the Cell Saga stuff?
I think so, yeah. I think we've gotten plenty of Gohan. We should get more Vegeta.
Yeah, where's the one that we want?
Where's my bad man Vegeta?
Yeah.
How hard is it? It's a pink shirt.
And they've been doing cloth goods a lot lately.
Good bad
Yeah,
man
that'd
Vegeta.
be so cool.
With an
My
optional,
brain can't
The
process.
dream is there.
with an optional like mustache Vegeta head. Kill two birds with one stone.
You shouldn't be killing any birds, Dave.
I like chicken.
Shouldn't be strangling things, and you shouldn't be killing things.
Well, I'm not strangling anything, but I'll have a good chicken here and there.
Is anyone else commenting outside of TikTok? We
yeah, I've been reading
Brian.
those-
Oh,
the
that's what you're-
Strangler.
Oh, okay.
That's how good I am, Justin. You don't know who I'm
I
pulling
know.
from.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I have recused I thought I had recused myself from the screens,
Yeah.
but now I'm just.
You just don't know what's
I'm stressing
happening. You
it
don't know
because I
what's
don't know it.
Back, you're trying to
Just
lean
know,
in.
Justin, that we all are doing our jobs.
That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, Gojira Spooky Skeleton 54 from YouTube.
Perfect.
Once
Let's
the-
do that.
Says, "Ooh, Godzilla." AJ, what do you have in front of us?
Godzilla.
Got
Actually, my
Godzilla.
favorite one is this one, this little vinyl one, because this is the one from -1 before you get that one. So it's the one in the beginning of the movie. He's all
Oh.
like T-Rexy looking.
Yeah.
I really dig it. Just
on the
'cause-
island.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was like a really intense moment.
Like you guys are gonna be able to see it. There's like this really detail onto his eyes where it's like a little bitty eye, but it is menacing just looking at it.
I am going to say, speaking of spooky skeletons, this particular one's going to be in for a treat later.
Spooky skeletons.
I knew it.
You can watch -1 on Netflix right now.
I know. How
so-
cool is that? They did like a total shadow drop. Like, hey, check this out.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't seen -1, now's your chance to catch on to the cultural phenomenon.
I haven't seen it in color. I'll have to watch it again.
Oh, that's right. You've watched
I went
it
to-
like
yeah.
-1 minus color.
I went like the last weekend that was being shown, like at the end of January,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I haven't seen it in color.
But that's kind of really special, right? Like you'll never know. Like, man, what was that guy's shirt color?
Right.
And now you get to play the guessing game, and like you could send us a list. Like this is what I think the colors
Yeah.
all are, and then as soon as you see it, did not expect those.
No.
Yeah, OXT Bliss also wants to know when you guys gonna come to Colorado. I don't know.
Colorado.
Who knows?
I don't know. I've been saying I haven't gone to Colorado, but I would love to go to a show there. I would live in the same dream. They want us there, and I want to go there.
Like the Mile High City.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
We
saw
can go to the cliffhanger reunion show.
that. Yes, we could. I was
I'm
gonna say we
pretty
go-
hyped.
I went there like right before COVID. I went to a Rockies game, so I'm a fan.
Did
of
you
it.
wear an oxygen mask?
I didn't. I was able to survive.
That's good.
This wasn't like an Everest thing.
Oh.
Flashlight_buff on Twitch
Love
says,
it.
any sneak previews on any San Diego Comic-Con exclusives? Well, we announced the Tamashi ones. You can go to @Tamashi Nations on social platforms or at Bandai Collect. So those ones are up there.
We are anxious to get our little geeky hands on those figures, though.
Yes,
Little
more
hands.
hopefully soon.
Yeah,
little
more-
raccoon hand.
More details to come on that. But
A
as
little
soon as,
transparent.
as soon as we get those little guys, we will be absolutely delighted to give you an extended showcase of them.
Yeah.
And while not like San Diego, I mean like AX is beforehand, just around the corner, and I know that we can talk about AX.
We can.
Yeah, absolutely.
the
Justin
new-
just
the
finished
news-
the press release.
The news went out this morning, hot off the press. Anything you want to know about AX, I am well versed in the programming that we have going on.
Sounds like a test. people
No,
should
it's
do.
not.
But no, there's some really cool highlights. You want to go through them, like the workshop, the
Yeah.
different IPs we're going to be representing.
Absolutely. So we will have a Gundam base at Anime Expo, which is
The
very
biggest
exciting.
in North
The
America
biggest.
ever.
Yes.
80
And-
by 40,
It's a lot of numbers there.
3,200 square feet of Gundam base goodness.
We'll be sure to count when we get there.
Yeah, well, look,
Put my foot.
whose foot is using? My Bigfoot or your
I'm like a 12, so
Yeah.
I guess I could just step with mine.
I'm a 12, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
bring an extra pair of shoes. We'll just line them all up. Count them.
Good timing and blocked your foot with a comment.
And yeah, so very excited about the Gundam base. And we'll have a special workshop 3 of the 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're at different times each day, though. So we'll be making like a formal announcement on social media so you can keep track of the timelines that those are going to exist. We will all be there, at least at the start of those workshops. So you can hang out, build some model kits with us. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, or just
Like
talk.
free.
Yeah.
You built enough models and you just want to chat. We're always there to chat. So
Yeah, and if you, everyone knows that there's the Tamashi Nation store in New York. But those of you that are attending AX, you will have an opportunity to get your hands on some of those store exclusives.
I don't have to go to New York to get my exclusive.
Save yourself some trouble there.
Yeah, a whole flight ticket.
Yeah.
And an Uber ride.
There and back.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Our buddy Juan said hello there, and I read it in the Obi-Wan Kenobi voice, of course. So, hey, Juan.
Hey, Juan. Also, shout out to Juan because he won a little Demon Slayer blind pack last live stream that we had, and he volunteered to give it to somebody else. So just know that it found a home, Juan, and I appreciate your
And
generosity.
that home was Justin's home.
No. It did not.
That's good. Muteki T had something he said on YouTube. Can you tell us about Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero? Not much yet, but AX is right around the corner, and they will. BNEA has not shared their plans via
So
press
we're not
release
going to talk about
because we beat it. So we don't know what we could say, but there is definitely some interest to come.
Yeah, the last trailer they had was like a really cool fight between. You showed off like Kefla and everything like that, and I was like, wow, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to button mash.
Yeah, it's all about the button mash.
Yeah.
Be one of those people that plays with the controller on the ground and just be like, ah.
Like I think even then, like in one of those big tournaments, like I just watched two people just clashing and doing the exact same move with the same character, and all it did was just pretty much negate all the damage. I'm like, this is literally an episode of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, it's canceling each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Draco and Bonnie on TikTok says, we need more GT figures. And then a separate comment, make a new Brawly SHF. We've got a lot of Brawlies.
A lot of bros.
We've got at least 5 Brawly SHFs. GT, we're just rifling through. We got Pan, Super
Pan's
Android
still
17 are new.
I like the Super Mega Full Power one that came out in 2019 or so, where it was like almost like Incredible Hulk style. He was like super big and chunky. He was my favorite one. Crazy hair.
Crazy.
Run a comb through it for crying out loud.
Do one of these. It's just so messy. It's so messy.
Trunks did end though on PB recently, so you
Oh.
missed out. Oh man,
That's sad.
the Pan's still available, so you can get your hands on Pan on Premium Bandai.
Draco wants a new Brawly. What new Brawly would you want? So we've done,
Casual Friday Brawly.
we've done green, we've done, regular battle armor one, we've done black hair, we've done the New York Comic Con exclusive that had kind of that pearlescent look. Curious which Brawly he would want. Black Under Armor Brawly. Okay, from like Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Did we not do a Brawly for Dragon Ball Super Superhero?
I don't think with that black Under Armor.
Really? All right. Well, there you go. I guess we still need to make a Brawly.
There's the answer.
People love Brawly. Base Z Brawly he wants. There you go. All right. Well, now we know. And knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
What a move.
So, AJ, what have you been watching? Have you been watching or playing anything lately? Or you just fixate on your card games and your
Just
Gashapon?
right now, Acolyte is on. I was like, oh man, I don't know if we're gonna talk about it. So I powered through the 2 episodes, finished them. It's okay.
You into it?
I mean, there's some really interesting things going on. Like I'm waiting for like more of the action to show up. I forgot what movie I watched, but they showed the entire part of that first episode battle, like that fight scene. After what? Oh, it was after like episode 1. So if you finished it after the credits, they show that fight. I'm like,
Right.
Because when I saw it, I'm like, I've seen this before.
But the one we saw ended right before something happens in this one, and you're like, what?
Yeah.
That would have been a heck of a note to go home on.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
Especially not knowing that was going to be the opening. So, yeah, if you really want a deep dive on what myself or Justin thought, we're on episode the Geek Legacy podcast, and we talked about it ad nauseum. So I won't bore Justin with my
I appreciate
my love and adoration for all things High Republic and Acolyte.
There you go. And so one of the things, I don't want to say anything like negative or anything, but I know my first sort of sigh was at the beginning and during the not crawl where the words popped up and it said
Oh, we're just
100
fading
years.
in.
And I was like, 100 years? That's not far enough. Like let's go back. Let's go back a ways.
I want to take that, like the drag of the screen, like, hey, let's move the timeline.
Move the slider just a little bit more, yeah. I don't know where I got the impression that it was going to be like a couple hundred years, but apparently I must have just misread something or misremembering, but I thought it was going to be a few hundred years. Like
Right. It was always
somewhere
labeled
between 300 to
as
500.
Yeah, it was always labeled as the end of the High Republic, but that's not as well defined. The High Republic's 500 years until 100 years before. So, it didn't have to be 100 years.
Yeah, so right away, my little expectation bubble got popped.
Did you watch Planet of the Apes yet?
No,
Oh,
I didn't.
there's a whole scene where he says many centuries later or many
Generations.
and I'm like, what exactly is the generation? Like,
Right, then you're
they had
Googling, how
me-
long do
yeah,
chimpanzees live?
They had me mathing in the middle of the movie. I'm like, oh, I gotta use my phone, but they just told me silence your phone.
Yeah.
Please
Right.
don't text, call, or anything. I'm like,
And they use the
Right,
generic
they'll
term
call
many, not
Yeah.
like 70 generations later.
Yeah.
so how many monkeys?
But it was cool seeing a green lightsaber and sort of that yellowish, orangish color was pretty neat too.
Well, when
Tang.
we see Rose lightsaber, the green female, the bald head, who's actually in the High Republic series, her lightsaber has the ability to turn into a whip.
I saw that
whip?
trailer, yeah.
Yeah,
A whip it.
With a
Yeah.
WH whip?
yeah. WHI.
Does she have a chair too? Like she's like a lion
I
tamer?
sure hope so. It would be a real missed
That's got
opportunity.
4 lightsabers
Yeah.
at the bottom. of
Yeah, the chair has like lightsaber legs. That'd be rad.
Yeah, and I think that the High Republic not being done, I think also is why they had to push it all the way to 100 years before. because
Right.
Right now, they're about like 282 years before the events of Phantom Menace in the High Republic's.
Got it.
So,
So-
they need that 100 or so years to play with.
Sure. And now they have an opportunity for, well, we can do air quotes of like stunt casting, seeing characters, the aliens that have maybe a longer shelf life of than 100 years that may or may not make an appearance. A Yoda being the obvious choice.
Shelf
but
life.
any other sort of elder sort of alien race could also make an appearance.
Yeah, Maz Kanata from the sequel trilogy, she's in the books for the High Republic. She's kicking around.
She's the lady that wears like the goggles.
Jaster Dexter, the guy who owns the diner in Episode 2. You know,
He's alive?
He's alive. He's one of the people that are like prospecting like hyperspace lanes. And then like Yaddle is the female Yoda from Episode 1. And then there's 2 other Jedi from the Jedi Council that are around.
I
So
think you've been living in here. I think you actually traveled to space.
I do.
Oh, man.
That's what I do. But Muteki T has a Star Wars question. He says, Muteki T from YouTube has a question. Star Wars question, Episode 5. Why was Lando wearing solo clothes at the end of the film? I mean, he took his ship. He took his co-pilot. He's probably got eyes on his girl.
An
And he's
identity
like,
crisis.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder if this fits.
there's a fun joke in the Family Guy Empire Strikes Back where they're like, did you have to wear my clothes too?
Yeah. Well, maybe they were in the closet on the ship, and he'd been wearing that blue, the blue on blue outfit for.
You like
for a hot
spilled a
minute.
drink or something? You're like, oh man, I need to change clothes.
Yeah, he didn't want his cape to get dirty in the Falcon. That's a dirty ship.
It is interesting that something I thought about this last night was, you know, if you go back for our TV shows, like just whatever, 10 years, 15 years, and just seeing different technological changes, whether that be like flip phones going to iPhones or rotary phones, television set sizes changing, you know, the tube television versus the flat screen. I don't notice any sort of technological shifts or changes in these series that we've been watching, mainly because we're always stuck in the same sort of 20-year bubble. But it would be interesting to see if they had something that was just a little bit too inconvenient.
Like that 1,000-pound TV back in early 2000s.
Yeah, like, oh, glad they made improvements on that thing. Short of like vehicles, you know, like the clone vehicles versus the imperial vehicles, those obviously went through some sort of evolution. But I don't know. I was thinking about that. I'm like,
Like their
come we don't see
lightsabers
any
are
real
real charging. Like, oh, I gotta plug it in. It's
yeah. Is that a USB-C cord for your lightsaber, or is what lightning cable? What do you need for that?
Yeah, you got some interesting like Andor, like when they were all like decommissioning like the different like ships and stuff and like retrofitting them for the New Republic versus the Empire. and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that, so
Anyway,
Cool
it was
stuff.
a silly thought, but I kind of missed what was happening as I was watching it on the screen too. Like I literally went into my own little thought bubble and I was ignoring what was happening on screen because I was
no.
concerned with like just household appliances.
Yeah.
What's their situation in this time?
how
100 years
how
ago.
could they better what's happening right now?
So stupid.
Forget the political part. I'm here to figure out how to get this to look better.
yeah, it's like a Connor for real thing. Like they put the music on the refrigerators.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Moore 2 says Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith is the greatest Star Wars movie of all time.
You were just arguing
Period.
that point the other day.
Yes, like I said, Empire Strikes Back is probably the best Star Wars movie, but Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie.
interesting.
And I think that as people who grew up on the prequels, finally mature, there's a bunch of real great memes about like Hayden Christensen.
Sure.
And it says like finally the kids who loved you are louder than the adults who hated you, and like it shows like him and like Star Wars Celebration last year, and everyone just like standing ovation and like crying and stuff like that. So I think that the prequels are now at that point to where they're as beloved as like the original trilogy for this generation.
That's fair.
Yeah, I saw like Disney has like a Jar Jar hat.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh
Jar
man,
Jar's a big deal.
that's a cool hat.
Yeah.
I think it's like its tongue and stuff too.
So it's like someone murdered Jar Jar and then wearing them as a hat.
Almost like the Goofy hat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were big in those in like the 80s and 90s, like towards like a half of a Chippendale head. You're like, what? Where'd the other half go?
It's a big thing now. So.
Bliss says from TikTok, what other figures are near you other than the Godzilla? We got boxes of stuff over there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we walked up. and
Above
grabbed
Kevin's
one.
head, we got something. Hey, where's Melanie? We haven't had any shout outs for Kevin today.
Oh.
Usually the Kevin fan club comes out in force, but no Melanie. But yeah, we got a lot. We got Dragon Ball, we got Demon Slayer. You name it, we got it within arm's reach.
Some Ultraman.
We got Ultraman. You can toss a.
Oh my goodness.
Got a Jibli. Hot potato.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if we're allowed to show that.
Yeah, counts for.
Counts for plush.
Okay.
Hot
Yeah.
potato.
We'll keep him here.
Yeah.
I'll decide out of
Thanks,
it.
Kevin. You just got us all fired. Congratulations. There's 5 new openings on the marketing team to be at Bandai Namco Toys and Collectibles America.
What can you do? Did you guys see the Alien Romulus trailer yet?
You watch me watch it.
Yeah. It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this movie.
Yeah, I was like, at first, watching it, you're like, there's a scene, and I'm like, I have to catch it, and then I can see it, so I'm like, oh, interesting.
It's barely visible.
Yeah, I hate those scenes though when it's always like a second, but luckily in front of a desktop, you're able to like scrub back, but like in like say like the movie theater, if it was a movie trailer, you're just like, I want to go back to it, but I can't.
Yeah.
Now I gotta watch it after this movie.
I like stuff like that where you can barely see it. When what was the second Halloween movie? Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
So there's a part where Mike Myers is in the bathroom and then he breaks the light. But so I went back and I kind of paused it, and he's got like ointments out and like hydrogen peroxide and band-aids and all kinds of stuff. I was like, really, guy?
Gotta go back.
Gotta bandage yourself up a little bit. I'm like, so he is human after all. What can you do?
Yeah.
Alien's got that problem with the blood though, where you're gonna get hurt when you gotta deal with all
Yeah,
that.
there's like an interesting scene in this trailer where like the girl has like a flashlight behind her and like you can just see like what's inside. I'm like, that's kind of creepy, but that's pretty cool.
The real-time X-ray sort
Yeah.
of thing. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
I would like
Wild.
something like that.
A real-time X-ray?
Yeah, where you can just kind of see what's going on. A window to peek
So
through.
where are all your joints? You're like,
Yeah.
and
I
I
can
see-
find out what my problem is. Root cause. Yeah.
Root cause. There you go. That's what you need. We're getting quite a few questions on TikTok about Anime Expo.
Sure. What do you got?
Just kind of reminding them of the days. It's 4th through 7th of
Yes.
July, Los Angeles Convention Center.
There are 2 halls. There's the main exhibit hall, and then there is the entertainment hall. Your main exhibit hall is going to have a lot of sort of the vendor vibe, where you can go and make all sorts of fun purchases for characters and things based off your favorite anime and such. We will have a huge setup in the main exhibit hall. There's going to be lots of oohs and ahs, and then running and screaming.
Wow.
And it's going to be great. And then you can also go to the entertainment hall, which is a little bit more experiential. There'll be a lot of activities to do. We'll have several workshops going on there at booth E10. You will have our World of Jibli exhibit, which is beautiful. It's a whole shoppable experience. You'll also have our nanoblock booth. Our Gashapon experience is actually at E50, which is still right next to it. But then also Mega House is what I was looking for. Mega House has event exclusives there. I believe there's 3 event exclusives for it's Naruto and One Piece, so that'll be exciting. The Gashapon is going to be the largest Gashapon presence ever at AX, so that'll be really cool. Over 200 facings, so you can just spin and crank and gasha to your heart's
Coins
content.
away.
There'll also be this incredible photo op where you can be inside a Gashapon capsule. It's really awesome too. We'll have to get a group photo of all of us inside.
How much is it going to cost?
To take your photo?
No, for if they were to spin for us.
Oh, I'm 4 coin.
You're a 4 coin?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna want Well, 5 coin. We'll be the special one where you got to put the 1 solo coin and then 4 other
It would
coins.
be 6. So like each
yeah.
side holds 5.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So we could be the 6 or 7.
But we'll all come at once.
Yeah.
It'll be like, that's poor phrasing, but we'll all be available in the capital at once. What can you do?
Try.
Yeah.
I was trying to accomplish something. I wasn't able to. I failed.
Dude, second screening your friends.
No, that's not what I was
We are
doing.
over here having a wonderful
Yeah. He's
conversation.
not sitting here.
And you're second
I
screening us.
was trying to have you talk longer so I could try to fix this TikTok thing,
Oh,
but
man.
I was not able to correct it. But that's
okay.
okay.
I can keep
We'll
going.
get to it later. It's fine.
But there will be several workshops at booth E10. There you will find, we'll have a nanoblock workshop. We'll have some hobby workshops. We'll do some 30-minute missions, some
Ooh.
Pokemans, and it'll be a blast.
Well, what about Gundam?
Oh, and Planosaurus and dinosaurs. And then the Gundam was the one that I mentioned earlier where we'll have 3 different days of workshops. And
It's in
they're,
that upstairs room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were at the Anime Expo last year, they had like a special room. Similar case.
yeah, I want to say it's either 400 or 2409. I don't know.
I just got to go upstairs and look for the people.
Yeah.
Well, the most important thing is that we will have tables this time.
Sweet. Yeah, you won't be building on your laps. That'll be great.
There were a lot of people last year that were able to finish it on their lap.
Yeah.
Really fast too. I was like, holy crap, you already
yeah.
finished? Get him a second one.
yeah, we had the one guy who did like 3. The time it took me to do 1.
That was like your first time also in front of the crowd too. So
I'm
And
like,
you're
hey.
talking. You're talking while you're building.
Yeah. Usually I was making fun of what AJ was doing because AJ was doing such a
Because
good
you're a
job.
bully.
Biggest bully there is.
speedrun.
Yeah. No, that was a lot of fun. There was a comment up there a second ago, but it's gone now from Leviathan Prime 3. Not to be mistaken with Leviathan Prime from.
No,
we
it's
get-
different.
oh, okay. It's sweet. They're on Twitch and YouTube. That's what we
Whoa.
like. Thanks for the
Double
double dip.
streaming.
I want to say thank you for your help, but I officially can't say why. Oh,
There we go.
okay.
You're very welcome.
What was the? They had another one too. Another comment.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
but, it was like a question, but that's fine. But we
Thank
appreciate-
you.
we
You're very
appreciate it.
welcome, Leviathan Prime.
It
Yeah,
was
happy to help.
It was this one and whoops, and Justin had basically answered it as I put it up.
And I didn't even see it.
Nice.
Whoa, what was it? Just out of curiosity.
Any
I led you to it.
Oh, okay.
It was about anime. Yeah.
Yes, definitely anime exclusive. And there's going to be a limited edition Ultraman vinyl available, which is pretty cool.
Ooh.
Excited about that.
Oakland Ghost Rider on TikTok is asking about if we'll ever do re-releases of 70s and 80s anime items. Tamashi sometimes will do, some fun super robot stuff from that era.
Yeah.
But Gundam. I mean, Gundam's 80s.
Well, I
Oh my
wondered-
gosh, that's another thing. Celebrating 45 years of Gundam. There's going to be a huge 3-meter statue out front in the main area.
Oh.
And you can get your picture taken with this giant Gundam statue, and we'll have free swag for you to take while you're there.
Swag.
Swag.
Like in a bag, swag bag.
I think it's gonna be like in
Like
Vegas
this?
with
Wow.
the postcards.
Slapping it.
Yeah.
I see we have some form of like deck in the chat here too. Are we doing a deck?
If
Yeah.
we have one.
I
that
mean,
sounds
I'm
great.
looking at it.
I'm choosing
it
not
says-
to look.
It says news/updates.
Yeah, so it's just our little updated slides of the things that's here, that's coming out, and the things we just recently announced, as usual. So, I believe first on the deck is the new items. So, we have Ace from from One Piece.
Those photos look good.
Yeah, like honestly, when they first got announced, I'm like, oh my gosh, they spent extra time. Actually, with that and the Enel figures that we had just showed this morning, there is some really good photos happening, and I'm taking my breath away. I'm liking it.
Speaking of which, did we get any traction on the Bandai Shelfie
I
hashtag?
didn't even look into that. We
Didn't even look
we
at it.
mentioned it
It's a
last
great
time.
idea, and we didn't even do
We'll
anything.
look for it because they'll
Okay.
usually tag us. So,
Okay.
and if that was 2 weeks ago when we had mentioned
It
it.
feels like it's been a year, but yeah, it's only 2 weeks.
like about 2 weeks ago, we had mentioned, hashtag Bandai Shelfie. Thanks, Kevin, for that great idea. So if you guys are gonna tag us as well, you can use Bandai Shelfie, and we'll see it. And then next, my favorite, Flame Wingman from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I know that they teased it, and then I went through this whole list of what it could be because I have.
Were you right?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
in the beginning, there was 2 things that could have been potential, and in my head, there's none other better than that one. It's Flame Wingman. I am excited for it. I'm gonna add it right beside my Blue Eyes, and it's gonna look good. It's kind of sad like now that I'm gonna run out of more room, especially with the monster arts too. You know,
Dude, you're getting a little crowded over there in your little space.
I gotta
Beyond crowded.
I gotta have a yard sale.
I'm gonna 3D print a skyscraper diorama just so I can put them on top of it.
Yeah, need to have like a episode of Hoarders.
You're gonna have how
Come
you.
through.
Well, that's okay. I'll put a yard sale. I'll have a little stick yard sale.
Everything must go.
Yeah, everything must go. And then last on this slide is you're gonna love this. It's the Mario magnets from Shoku.
Oh my god, so excited for these. I bought 2 boxes. Can't wait.
Yeah, so these are gonna. These
Are they pictured right now?
There's
They are
pictures
pictured.
right
There's a
there.
picture.
There is.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
Yeah, and I think there's what was it like 30 something characters to pick.
There are 20.
20.
20
Okay,
and 14 come in a box.
that's about like 2 boxes or so.
Mhm.
So,
We'll see.
but like there's things where like because they're like magnets like on your fridge now you just want to play. and
Yeah,
a
I'll make
level.
like a fun little level.
Yeah, right. Like you just want to have like several bricks, and then like the question
mhm.
block, and then even like maybe one bullet bill and like a bunch of Goombas.
Yeah, so I only got a handful of items when we went to Japan, and one of them was this
Wha-
it was like a chocolate or something, and I opened it up and it came with a Princess Peach magnet,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, oh man, if I knew how cool these were, I would have bought like all of them right then and there.
Your chocolate came with a magnet?
I think it came with some kind of candy.
Yeah, usually.
Oh, really? Mine didn't come with candy. Or mine might come with a piece of gum.
I don't know what it was. I
Yeah,
don't remember what it was, but it was in a little tiny bag.
Well, we don't
type
have to worry
thing.
about those in here. No,
Yeah.
no candy in these ones.
I tore it open.
just the magnets.
And I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is awesome. And I don't have many regrets in this life, but one of them is not buying a handful of those magnets when we were in
Yeah,
Japan.
fun story is the moment I saw that we were gonna get them, I'm like, I know just the person who's gonna love
Flip
and
out.
say the regret has gone.
Yeah.
It has now been fixed.
Now I just have to survive long enough to get them.
Yeah. All right, Brian, what's next? What do we have on
This
this
is
slide?
for Mr. Spooky Skeleton.
Spooky skeleton.
We're not-
Oh, it's a Godzilla with a skeleton.
What?
yeah, so
Like he was scared out of his skeleton?
Yeah, model kit.
Yeah, so it's the model kit that has both the skeleton and like the skin. It's almost like a Planosaurus, but of Godzilla.
Nice.
Yeah, and
I'm
so
excited.
it's pretty cool just because I don't think we've really ever explored the skeleton of Godzilla.
Does
So-
his nose glow when you touch his little organs and stuff?
No, but that would be amazing. Yeah, so just a couple of news on it, just like within like the width and everything like that, what to expect. I'm honestly, I'm really excited for this just because I haven't really built a model kit in a while, especially like the Planosaurus. I know that they've been looking really good. I just haven't had time to build them.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So,
We had a nice display of them at Toy Fair last
yeah.
year. The idea of seeing the inside of something
Mhm.
always kind of weirds me out for a second. Like we have like those Kai-Tai puzzles.
Yeah.
And I remember as a kid there was like this learning program show where the guy had on like a full bodysuit that just kind of
Just
showed the inner workings of the human body. Found it quite off-putting. Wasn't a fan. I'm like, that's why we have skin, so we don't gotta look at all that
Don't
nonsense.
look at it.
And then, like, remember in Venture Brothers, the Invisible Woman, her skin just disappears.
Uh-huh.
You
Right.
see all the organs and veins and stuff.
And Human Torch is just screaming.
Just screams bloody
pain.
murder. Oh my god, so funny.
But that's coming up from Hobby, so I'm excited.
That's
for that.
exciting.
Hobby. I swore we discussed Godzilla Skeleton. We used it to build Mechagodzilla 3 Muteki T from YouTube.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh, here's the actual skeleton.
Yeah.
I remember I saw images for it. I was
And I
like,
think-
whoa.
Well, like
He meant, he meant to write Mechagodzilla hero of Godzilla
I don't think
versus
that's accurate.
Kong. The hero of that film.
No, he's
What?
an instigator.
What? What's he
Instigator.
instigating? They were already
Causing
fighting.
a ruckus.
He was dormant. They were
Breaking stuff.
causing the ruckus. They were
No.
beating it up.
I forgot that you are on Mechagodzilla's side.
I mean, if you watch the movie, Mechagodzilla is just trying to stop these two people from destroying the city.
I don't think that is right.
I think you should watch it again. They're fighting. They're
Don't want to admit
destroying.
anything.
They're destroying the city, and he's like, "We need to enter I need a hero music from
Uh-huh.
exactly." And then he comes down. He tries to break them up. He kind of separates them, and then all of a sudden they gang up on him.
what
Enemies
happened-
become friends. Friends become enemies.
So what happened to River Phoenix's character in Stand By Me?
It is in fact what happened to River Phoenix, and it's
We don't see it. We're just told about it.
Oh,
yeah.
Sad.
Speedball Haro was asking, it says, do I hear Godzilla Tokyo SOS Mechagodzilla? I don't know what that means. I'm not smart. Godzilla skeleton.
Oh yeah, it's like icon is of a skeleton.
And it is Godzilla.
Yeah.
Skull.
So this is like perfect for him.
He's like, I need 4.
That's
Yeah.
what I said. We've got a treat for him.
What a T-Rex.
Yeah.
What else you got on the slides?
Boom. So the new items arriving soon. So these are things coming out.
Sure.
So it should be within probably the next couple weeks.
Yeah, the Kaiju number 8 SHF was available for purchase at the American Dream Store.
Yeah. It's like an early time. That's exactly why I was looking at this. I'm like, why did I see the box? Like it threw me off. I'm like, man, I swear I saw this.
And the Ryu, the Street Fighter Ryu, was available too.
Yeah.
Just to keep in mind, the Kaiju number 8 face that you see here is the face that comes with Reno.
Nice.
So
I've been
extra
really liking that. I know a lot of people don't, where they add like a little additional accessory for like the main figure. Like for One Piece, there's a lot of
like
faces for
Luffy
Luffy.
stuff? Yeah.
I'm loving it. So the one for Ace includes like a laughing face for Luffy, and I think that's like awesome because then that just gives me more time to like, maybe I should have bought like 3 Luffy, so
Yeah.
my favorite poses can just all be like that. So I love it. I don't know about the rest of you on, but I like having extra accessories.
Yeah, just anything that comes in the box is always
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, Juan from TikTok says, that guy Juan on YouTube is great. Takes one to know one.
Sing.
You're welcome.
And then
So
Furin,
funny.
I
Yeah.
know.
Juan commented that himself.
I'm sure it's a totally
Oh,
different
it's a
Juan.
different one.
It
Oh
has to
man.
be.
We saw one yesterday.
And then for Premium Bandai, we've got some stuff arriving in June. So you've got
Man,
that
it's already
Vegeta.
June. That's crazy.
I know. So you have Vegeta, and then you have the Shinko saga.
Shinko Ocho Cinco?
It's the one. What's crazy is being able to spell that on the spot. Every time I spelled it, I'm like, I must look back just in case. I have the right amount of K's, the right amount of H's, U's.
The C's.
Yeah.
Kumar.
The C's that throw you
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you just say really fast.
Yeah.
Like Harahachibume.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then
Nailed
a
it.
PG and a full mechanic. So, if you order them on Premium Bandai, they'll probably be at your door
And
eventually.
this is for June?
June.
Does it say anything about Justin's birthday on June?
No, because it's at the very end of June.
Brian, we're going to have to talk about your slideshow after this.
Justin's birthday is June 30th.
We've got more weeks in June to put it on the slide.
I gotta get the hype train going.
Yeah, so if you're at Anime Expo and you
Treat
see
it like
Justin,
you would treat like a 6-year-old's birthday.
you gotta say happy belated to Justin.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it's already going to be July by
Yeah.
I mean, or sneak in during setup and,
There you go.
be
Just
like,
gotta
hey,
go tell you happy
Justin.
birthday.
then. Actually, I think it's on a Sunday this year.
Is it?
Boring. Yeah.
I said,
Well, it's
"Porn,
very
Sunday."
Because I like it on a Friday, so I can also celebrate it on Saturday. Or if it's on Saturday, I can start the celebration.
Oh, like you're
on
not going
Friday.
to already start it on Friday, the
I'm
27th?
starting it right now.
But then that means it was always overlapping with like
Birthday
AX.
month, Dave. Yeah, I know. And then for those of you that remember Mr. David Clark, he also shares a birthday with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta go tell him happy birthday.
He's a fan of celebrating his birthday. Not his birth month.
I think he likes the birth month too.
No, I think he's influenced him enough to celebrate the same way.
One of the perks of it being on the last day, you got all these days to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great idea.
Let me have this, Dave.
You can.
I don't ask for much.
You can.
Just 30 days.
I only want 8.5% of the year
I
to
do
be dedicated
favors
to
for
celebrating.
people all day, every day. I never say no. You need to ride to the airport, no problem. You need help moving, no problem whatsoever. But when June rolls around, just know we're celebrating 30 days of
Need a
Justin.
30
I'm happy
day
to celebrate your
favor.
birthday. We usually go to the movie or something at AX for your birthday and
Birthday
stuff like
month.
that, and you fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm worn out from all the celebration.
So happy birthday month, Justin.
Thank you.
I hope you're having an amazing birthday
I
month.
am. It's
I hope
off
that-
to a
I
great
hope
start.
6 days in.
I hope that every day up to the 30th only gets better, and that the 30th is so good you almost literally explode from joy.
I will accept that. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
But you can't explode from joy because I
need
need
you.
you for July.
Yeah.
I've I've got to celebrate my grandma's birthday today, and then
Oh, happy
on the 10th,
birthday.
I've got to celebrate my brother's birthday.
Perfect. See,
Junes.
it's just it's a jubilation.
Yeah.
And I don't use that word lightly.
My mom and my sister both had their birthdays in June. They had the same birthday,
That's
so
a good one.
I know about those Gemini.
I'm a Cancer
Yeah, no, duh.
in more ways than one.
All right.
That's a little crab, you know. No beans, no beans.
At least you don't do that.
Pinch poke.
On the
Coke, buy
slide,
me a Coke.
we have the Tamashii Nation store online. So these
There's
are all,
more?
There is. I think there's like 2 more things. So
Okay.
this is all in stock items except that Kabuto that I'm seeing. It is officially sold. It is sold out today. So there's a big giant red X over that one Kamen Rider. But these are all in stock and are ready to ship.
Mateki T says he can't tell the difference between the Ultraman.
I will tell you the exact same thing. There are a couple of the old classic ones that I can't. I will say one and then I will be wrong.
Yeah, one's blue and silver. I
Yep.
mean, red and silver. I'm sorry.
I was
There is a
what?
blue and
Yeah,
silver.
there is a blue and silver.
I know colors.
Yeah. There's the Tiga one's got a lot of blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin started celebrating at the halfway point. You're not wrong.
I am on December 30th. That is my half birthday.
You're supposed to also
That
tell
is the
him.
halfway point.
You're supposed to also tell him happy half birthday as well. So come December, we'll remind everyone it is the half birthday for Justin. And then finally for Premium Bandai, last week we did announce that Jibli and nanoblock items are available on there and ready to ship. So here on screen we've got some Ghibli items that you can find, and then I believe the next slide is nanoblock bundles.
That reminds me, at Anime Expo, at the Ghibli booth in spot number E10, we will have Boy and the Heron product available for purchase.
Now, is it only there because it's your birthday plus 5 days? It's like a celebration of your birthday plus 5 days?
What are we talking about?
Boy and the Heron stuff. Is that
Oh,
the celebration?
That's separate.
Oh, okay. Ghibli was like, well, we got to do something for Justin's birthday plus 5.
So would that make Justin the boy or
He's
The birds?
the
Can we
cat.
I'm not a bird guy, so
Birds aren't real,
I
right?
don't trust people with birds.
This guy wants to knock 2 of them.
Dave had a bird for a long time. Little
did.
Taco.
Yeah, I lived in an apartment. When we lived in our apartment, we couldn't have, dogs and cats. And so we had a bird named Taco.
What a great name.
And Taco just refused to ever leave the cage. Like, we would just, we'd
Leave the door open and
leave the door open. We tried to take him out. And, like if we took him out, he would literally just fly back in.
He was institutionalized.
I,
He was like Brooks in
Yeah.
Shawshank Redemption.
I used to have a parrot named Baby, and he would bully my dog the entire time. So he learned my dog's name real quick. So like every single time my dog would just be wandering around, he just started shouting his name, and like my dog would run over. As soon as he sees the dog, he immediately shuts up. And the dog's like, "Who's calling me? Where is he?"
that parrot's a menace.
Yeah.
Don't be a
Evil
menace to South
dog.
Central.
Birds are crazy.
Oh, would you say a devil dog? All right, so that's the end of the slides. Cool. Anything else, gents, you want to talk about?
I'm excited for AX.
Yes, AX has a lot going on for it.
I am excited for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes,
Me too.
Even better.
Let you be excited for AX. I'll be excited for San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes, I
because it's the
cannot wait.
greatest show on earth.
It is. It's a true spectacle.
It's Pepsi.
That's why they made a movie about it with Hugh Jackman and Zac Efron. It's all about San Diego Comic-Con.
Mhm.
Greatest show on earth.
I am very excited for San Diego.
Yeah, that's like Wolverine Deadpool time too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We gotta get our popcorn buckets.
Here, get
You
your
want
tickets,
that?
your popcorn buckets.
That's okay. So for Alien Romulus, I would love a popcorn bucket egg. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, of an egg.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So you can be the guy in every movie who just like looks into like, oh, what's in this
With little
thing?
with little
Oh,
flaps as it opens up.
little fleshy flaps.
Oh, and it'd be really cool if there was a little flesh or a face grabber underneath
Yeah.
all the popcorn. That'd be rad.
Too scared. Leviathan Prime, can you say how many more Armored Core 30-minute mission kits we can expect to see announced this year?
That's another thing. There'll also be 30-minute mission skits at the workshop. The one that's at E10 in the entertainment hall.
Should have had you just bring your press release. You could have just read it.
Yeah.
I feel like you've said that. You did say we were.
I don't know if I
gonna
said
have
30-minute missions though.
I think you said
I said
30 minutes.
Pokemans and I said
Yeah, you did.
Planetosaurus.
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But to answer your question, nothing to report right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just be trickling them in as new ones come out. So as long as you follow Bandai Hobby US, you'll get the news. Also,
30-minute label.
Yeah. Also, there's the new 30 minutes Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I forget exactly what it was because we didn't open it, but
Yeah, not ours.
there is a 30 minutes Twitter account. So
That's exciting. They got a lot going on over there.
yeah, they got
And
some good things coming up. So
I'm
So yeah,
excited.
Chris, the Gundam statue is in the lobby of AX.
Yeah.
I
The
think
big
it's-
area where they corral all 130,000 people in before they let you in the 3 doors of the convention.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it is.
That's where the
yeah,
statue
I think it's
it
where
is,
like
yeah.
originally that's where the Luffy was a couple years
Yeah,
ago.
where the
right?
Luffy
So,
inflatable statue or inflatable balloon was.
Yeah.
That will
He
be done.
stole my balloons. Helpful hero.
Helpful Hero says, "Greetings, BT Dubs."
Greetings. And
Yeah.
salutations.
Yeah. The Darkness 48. I met AJ last year. Darkness 48 on YouTube. I met AJ last year at San Diego Comic Con, hoping to meet and say hi to Dave and Justin this year. I will be sad if you don't.
You gotta first find me, and then we'll go find them. It's a fun
Yeah.
little game. Like, have you guys seen David or Justin? I just saw them. I don't
Hold,
know where they
please.
went.
Right. Which is funny because typically, like San Diego, the 3 of us aren't really that far apart
Yeah.
most of the time, just because we're always at like the central location for all like the interviews.
This
Yeah,
guy,
that's
he-
true. AJ wonders.
He's a wanderer, and he always comes back with something.
We gotta check on the other booth.
I
Yeah.
really respect AJ's like independence though. Like a lot of times, like when we're in like group settings and stuff like that, the group kind of just like meanders into like one entity. Like AJ has no problem just like breaking off and doing his own thing. It's
That's
but then
true.
sometimes we're like, where's AJ at?
Yeah.
I would ask for a GPS just so I can know.
Yeah, I'll put like one of those little
Ooh,
Apple tags on you.
I
Come on,
air
right
tag-
here.
we'll all air tag each other so we can track each
Yeah.
other. Or
That'd be
all,
great. If it
little
wasn't for
dots.
the fact that internet is usually terrible.
That is true.
we'll all join
but
Life 360.
I do have a goal at every show we go to make at least 5 new friends at various booths.
That's a good goal.
Yeah, I always like to just kind of see what everyone's up to, see what kind of wares they're peddling,
Mm-mm.
and make friends.
Peddling.
Yep. I already got friends to introduce you to at the San Diego Comic Con. So I already got your 5 friends you'll meet.
Oh no, that means you can't meet five.
I mean, you can
I
raise
will
the
make
goal to
my
10.
own. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, his own 5 does not count you in.
All right. I won't introduce
Yeah,
those
yeah.
5, and I'll be like, hey, just go introduce of Justin.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's always remembering after, like, well, you're just like,
So it's that
Yeah.
follow-up piece,
yes,
man.
yeah,
I spend
yeah.
my Monday doing the follow-ups.
Yeah, so if we have like always a good talk, like that's always easy to remember. And then sometimes it was like always a quick hi or bye, and I'm like, oh, I think they did say hi to me.
Yeah.
So
Dickie T, next stream, bring the head of the Gundam from the statue in your building.
It's too big.
It's incredibly heavy. I have held it, and it's big.
But to be fair, there are smaller Gundam statues. We could bring those heads.
That's true. Maybe he means about
no, but he wants the one in our building. He knows which one we want.
Yeah,
but
people
Dickie
know
T
about-
secretly. You what?
People know, I guess because everyone always posts a picture online of the.
A lot of people's like profile pictures. Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah,
I'll-
it's huge. It's like 17 feet. The head is,
Just
Massive,
maybe we'll bring
massive.
the Zaku head.
I like the Zaku head.
Yeah.
you do. Well, cool. Any other comments? Anybody else? If you are at Anime Expo and San Diego Comic Con, please make sure to come say hi to all of us. Of course, the 3 of us and Brian and Kevin. More than likely, most of us will be near each other because we do have that nice little media suite where we do all of our like walkthroughs and our appointments and our media stuff. So it's an easy place to find us. Usually we're at the Tamashi booth.
Mm-hmm.
The Tamashi booth.
One more thing.
Or the Gundam base.
One more thing. Will there be any? This is Johnny Kakashi 9028 on YouTube. Will there be any announcements at San Diego Comic Con for the rest of the year, guys? Will there be any new announcements at San Diego Comic Con? Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure there's always fun reveals and stuff at San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, like last year we had that Meisho Obi-Wan Kenobi on display. That was pretty rad.
Yeah, we're gonna have some pretty cool first on display items at San Diego Comic Con. So maybe some items you've heard about, but we'll actually have them so you can physically see them.
And some
Impressed.
That's
incredible.
always the fun part. Physically seeing something that you were like, I heard about it. I have to see it. There it is. Now, how do I get it?
Right,
A
right.
lot of times it's the clincher, like
Yeah.
this looks cool in a picture, but doesn't look cool in real life.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then, yeah, that's part of the problem too, is that there's a million people hovering around. So once people start taking those photos and they go online, you got to try and track down the best looking photograph.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think San Diego last year was like the first time we saw like the Blue Eyes White Dragon when it came out, and I'm like, I have to have it even more.
Yeah.
I need it.
It's like So when you gonna not need that?
Yeah. No, it is always fun seeing the new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some fun surprises at San Diego Comic-Con, so maybe we'll talk about those in a couple weeks, maybe once AX is over. But yeah, some fun stuff in our booths. I think people are really gonna dig.
And
San Diego
outside
Comic-Con.
our booths,
outside of our booths,
there's a lot of stuff. I'm a sucker for the outdoor activation stuff.
Mhm.
yeah, they're pretty cool.
Open to the public.
Open to the public.
Free to attend.
OTTP.
They're gonna have that Batman symphony concert thing in San Diego while we're there.
Oh,
You
nice.
can have a giant light.
Yeah. One of those tungsten lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have already been photographing the trolleys are already wrapped. And so
Yeah.
people have been taking pictures of the trolleys. And
So
if you go to
that-
the unofficial San Diego Comic-Con blog, which is like the go-to page for
Mhm.
all things San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They had-
Comic-Con ad stuff begins usually on the end of. They actually have them right now in June already wrapped.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. A lot of times it's the whole month, and then the buildings are typically like the week of
Mhm.
the event.
Yeah. I don't know if the trains are in use or if they just saw them wrapping them or something like that. But yeah, they post a bunch of pictures of them. So
That's exciting.
Cool.
pretty cool stuff.
And I like how the Gaslamp just sort of shuts down, and there's just people walking everywhere, and you can just really sort of bask in the ambiance.
Well, it's always funny when, as a San Diego native, when you know it's in Comic-Con time, is when you are going to the trolley for other reasons, and you see it pass, and you see the wrap, and you're like,
Oh.
San Diego Comic-Con already? What the heck?
And then when you just go into a restaurant and there's just people dressed up as various
Yeah.
cosplay and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the big tell. Like,
Like,
if
is
you're
there a convention in town or something?
yeah, you're downtown, Broken Yoke, and all of a sudden this Wookiee sits beside you, and you're just like, what the heck?
Yeah.
New to San Diego, I see. Yeah.
But everyone's always so fun and supportive of
Yeah.
the cosplayers.
Or like you're out jogging right by the by the beach, and then all of a sudden you've got more cosplayers, and you're like, apparently it's San Diego Comic-Con time.
It's happening. Yeah.
They're like, oh man, is it the end of July? Usually I go out of town for this time.
Yeah.
Run my
I
house.
love it.
Airbnb.
I remember one time it took us like 20 minutes just to leave the hotel area of the Uber because the traffic was so bad. I think all three of us were in the back seat just trying to make it work. That was terrible.
And at night, if you get caught behind one of those like long
The
trains,
trains, man.
like 20 minutes.
That's how you know you have a good Uber driver, is if they know how to tackle that train. So I've been in one before where they were going in the direction of the train, and I said, why would you do that? It's going to be over there by the time you get there. The goal is go the opposite direction. So,
I learned that with screaming kids.
mhm.
Like at Target when they got to leave the toy area, I used to walk away, but they would almost follow me. So once I see the direction that they're going, you walk towards them
Uh-huh.
so that you can separate faster.
Smart.
Yeah. So
You are smart. Well, cool. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for another Bandai Hangout. We will be back next week to talk about some fun and festive things for all things Bandai. Make sure
and
you're following-
other stuff.
and other stuff. Make sure you are following us across all social platforms at Bandai Collect, except on YouTube we're at BNTCA, and on TikTok we are at Bandai Official. So please check us out on all those platforms. Give us a like, a follow, all that good stuff. Don't cost you nothing, but it helps us out so very much. If you're going to be at AX San Diego Comic Con, make sure you stop by and say hi. We'd love to chat with you. Let us know what you think of the show. Let us know what you think about Bandai. What your ideas are for what we should be making. You know,
Oh, I love that.
TikTok is very, very adamant. Is all our social platforms on one very particular SHF that they want to see, but I don't want to say the name because it's like Beetlejuice, and I don't want to summon it. So
And that hobby schedule will be posted in about 5 minutes.
awesome. So I hope everyone has a fantastic and amazing and safe weekend. That you don't back in any parking spaces. That you have a lot of fun. And I pulled into my parking space today to charge. It takes a trick and it gets a lot of looks, but it's better than backing in. So hope everyone has an amazing weekend. Tally ho and
Thank you so much.
bye.
Bye.
Bye.